Hello and welcome to another training video for ProQyz. In the video today we're going to create a reading test. So before we start that, let's just have a look at what a reading test looks like. Here you'll see an example of an IELTS reading test. Now this has 3 parts, so each part has its own text here on the left hand side and its own set of questions. The available questions in ProQyz is large, and so what we're going to do today is to see how you can make most of these types of questions. So here we've got reading 1 and questions, and then part 2 we've got a different reading and another different group of questions. Part 3 similarly. We've got tables in here and all sorts of different possibilities. This ProQyz tool, it really enables you to create almost any question type. Also, on this left hand side here, you don't just have to have a text. You can put in here an image, a graphic, you could put a video in here. So the opportunities for student input are wide as well. This is all mobile responsive. The timer is automatic. We've got highlighting and note-taking features built in, so you don't need to worry about that. And once the students submit their answers, just do a couple here, they get to see their correct answers, their band score or a percentage if it's not an IELTS test, and scores and explanation. Here you'll see we've got explanation data for the question and location data. So here in the orange highlight are our answers located, and click the button and it flashes up the answer. So this is very, very useful for student feedback and for saving instructors valuable time as well. So how do we create this test? Let's start, shall we? So go back to the ProQyz dashboard and create a new quiz. Here we've got reading, and we give it a title, creating, can't spell, a reading test. You can give it a short description. We need to give it some time as well. So let's give this one, say, 30 minutes and add the quiz. So here we've got our basic information. Down here we've got location and sharing. So locate question enables that button that you saw, so students can locate their answers. And sharing allows you to share your quiz with the quiz library. So that's up to you. I'm not going to share this one because it's just a test. Okay, so let's save those changes. Now, we've got passages and questions. The passages on the left-hand side and the questions on the right. So the first thing we need to do is to add a passage. So what you can do here is give it a title, part 1 for me, and you can add a passage, you can write something. In this case, I'm going to use ChatGPT to create some new and unique material. You can use anything you like, docs, PDFs, websites, or you can type things in here as well. You can add images, you can add tables. There is a full HTML editor here, so it's really very versatile. So I've prepared a little reading test on ChatGPT about the benefits of the flipped classroom. So this is my text, so let me just copy that and put that into my passage. Okay, again, I could do some formatting on this if I want to. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to add that passage. Okay, so now we need to add some questions to that passage. So let's go ahead and add a question. Now, basically, you can add 4 different types of question: fill up, radio, select, and checkbox. Through these 4 basic question types, you can create all 13 IELTS reading type questions, plus lots more. So they're very versatile, but you need to know how to use them. So let's have a look at this. So here is my first passage, part 1. Now, one common question type in IELTS is the matching headings. And you'll see here I've got some headings down here. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to replace the headings with a letter. And I'm going to create a first matching headings question. So what I need to do is I just need to replace these with a letter A, B, and G. So for this matching headings question, what I need to do is create a question which allows my students to select a series of headings and then assign it to either A, B, C, or D. Okay, so let me just edit that first. So I've changed my passage. This is network error, but it will be fine. And here, so I'm going to start adding some questions. Now, we've got 4 basic question types: fill up, radio, select, and checkbox. What I want to do for this is a select. So I've got 7 different headings and I want my students to be able to select the correct one. So that's the type of question. And I'm going to have large capital letters, and I've got 7 options: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And I need my students, I need to give them some instructions. Please select the heading that best fits the paragraph. So I need to add my headings, and I also need to add the correct answers. So in this case, I've got my headings from here. This is from my ProQyz, so I've got 1, 2, 3, and so on. I'm not going to do them all, you've got the idea. And here I will assign a letter. So I click and copy A, and I put it there. This one is B. And this one is C. Okay, so I go down and do all of those options if I want to. And an explanation. I can then add an explanation for each one. I've got here. For question 1. Question 2. And 3. So I can add my explanations in there, and I can preview this. So here, which paragraph in my passage is this assigned to? So that's nice and easy to do. What I would do normally is I wouldn't go A, B, C, D. I'd mix these up. Okay, but you get the idea, I hope. And then finish, and here we can categorize that. So that is a matching headings type test. Okay, this is useful in IELTS for teaching and for training purposes. So you can select your quizzes that you've made based on the question type as well. So that is my first question that I've made attached to my paragraph. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some more question types. And for my next question type, I'm going to add a sentence completion type question, which is a fill in the gap. So a fill up type answer. These are very versatile. You can use this for labeling, for sentence completion, and for all sorts of different type tests. So here we have this. We're going to have our question here, and all we have to do is put curly brackets around the words that we want to test. So here I'm going to use my ChatGPT. I've asked it to create a summary, which is a much shorter version with some words removed for a close exercise or a gap fill exercise. And I'm going to put this in here. Nice and simple. Now again, the formatting isn't perfect. What I have to do is I have to put curly brackets around the words which are important to me, the ones I'm testing. So activities, put a curly bracket around that, and then just delete that. Same with this, curly bracket, and this one too. So you get the idea. Again, I'm not going to do all of them. That gives you an idea. These are the words being tested down here. I can do a lot of formatting again with the editor here, but I'm not going to. Explanations, in this case, I'm not going to do one. You could have a definition in here for the words if you wanted to. Here's my preview. So you'll see that I can go in here and I can add the correct word, and then I can finish. What I could do if I wanted to, here, which some people do, is to add these words at the top. So I could ask students, select the best word from the list below. So here I could add a table, and I could write my words in here. So I've got activities, engagement, pace, etc. And I could do it like that. In this case, the explanation, the preview, you'd see your words up there. So you can add more information, more instructions for your students if you like. Again, very versatile. Finish this one. This is my sentence completion. And I'm going to categorize that down here to sentence completion. So that allows me to search for sentence completion type questions. Okay, so that's my second question type attached to that first passage. Okay, so now I'm going to add another question type. In this case, I'm going to add a multiple choice with a single answer. So they're sometimes called single choice questions. And to do that, I'm going to use a radio button. So a single answer question, a question which gives you multiple choices and one answer. This type of question is very, very common. But the way this works is it doesn't really give you lots of options for different question types. So very, very good for multiple choice, single answer. So let's go ahead and make this one the question. The instructions, select the best answer, and I've got my questions down here. So once again, let's go into my ChatGPT. I've only got one question here. My question is this. I've got 4 options. I'm just going to copy all of these to make it a little bit quicker. So I've got my question, my 4 possible answers. I have to choose just one correct answer, a single choice. So the correct answer is B, student engagement. And I've also asked ChatGPT to give an explanation. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go into here. B is my correct answer. Okay. If I wanted to add more questions, I'd do that here. My explanation is there. I can preview, select the best answer, solution preview, and explanation in there. Okay, so this is my single choice, and it's categorized here as a multiple choice. Create the question. Okay, that's my single choice. Now, what's next? Next, let's create a checkbox type question. So this is a multiple answers. So here we've got a question with 5 possibilities. 2 are correct and 3 are incorrect. So how do we do that? We go into our question type, add a question, and here checkbox type answer, and the question. Let me copy all of this. Save going backwards and forwards. And these are my options here. So, option 1. I need to add more options. Okay, so which ones are correct? The correct answers are A and C, and here is the explanation. So let's make sure A and C are correct. Okay, so I can split my explanation here up. So I've just got some answers in there. And preview. My solutions and my explanations are there as well. Okay, so this is a multiple choice again, or a checkbox type question. This could be matching information if you're using information from a text to match information, or it could be a multiple choice. Either of those is fine. Okay. What have we got next? True, false, and not given. These are common in IELTS and many other tests. So let's have a look at this. How do we create a true, false, not given question? Now, you could do this with a radio with the 3 different answers, but it's going to take a long time. You could do it with a checkbox as well if you wanted to, but what I'm going to do is select the answers from a list. So what we've got here is we've got an option for true, false, not given. Okay, so it's programmed in for you, 3 options. So this is nice and easy and quick to do. Copy the question. Okay, and is it true, false, or not given? So here we just need to copy the answer and paste it inside the box where you want it to display. So here is the question, and I just need to copy what the answer is. The answer is false. So let's copy false into here. Copy that into here. Looks like that. With my drop down there. Okay, I like that. And the explanation, let's put the explanation in here, copy and paste the explanation. Okay, so that's nice and easy. true, false, not given, true, false, not given. So I'm building up my list of question types. What's next? Next we've got yes, no, not given. So this is about the author's opinion usually. So this is nice and easy to do as well. So let's create a new question. And you probably noticed that before, that was in the select options. Question type here. Yes, no, not given. So 3 options. So again, all I need to do is copy the question. And put that in there. And what was the answer? The answer was yes. So I need to copy that and put it where I want it to be seen. So just let's put this at the beginning for now, just to show you the difference rather than at the end. And I need an explanation. So here is an explanation. And a preview. So here you see my option is at the front. You can put that wherever you want. Okay, nice and simple. Opinion. And to categorize that, that was a yes, no, and not given question. Create that. Okay, so there I've got a nice range of question types: matching, sentence completion, single choice, multiple choice, true, false, not given, and opinion. Let's just have a look and see what that looks like. So I can go back to here, creating a reading test, and see I've got here my text on one side, and I've got my questions on the other side. This was from the matching headings. You'll see here I don't have A, B, and C. I must have forgotten to save that, but this is very easy to fix. So I can just close this and go back into my reading test and edit, and my passage. Edit my passage, and right, let's just change. Let's just change one of these to A, and edit the passage, and then we will go back to the question and have a look at it again. So here you'll see A. So the first question, the first 3 questions are about the matching headings. Then I've got select the best word. This is a close exercise or a fill in the gap exercise. I've got a single choice, and then I've got a checklist, and then I've got a true, false, not given, and yes, no, not given. I didn't put any instructions in here. I should have done that, but I can go back and do that as well if I want to. Now lastly on this reading test, I'm going to add a label the diagram type questions. The diagram doesn't really relate to the text that we've got, but I just want to show you how to do that. So in questions again, I'm going to add a question. And I could do this in a select box or a select question, but I'm going to do it in a fill up type. And here I'm going to add my question. Here I'm just going to copy and paste a JPEG file that I found earlier. So here is a labeling type question. As you can see here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 answers. And so what I'm going to do is to create a set of questions based on that. And I can do that quite easily again with curly brackets. So I can just have this part is a photon tube. This part is the cathode. Then in curly brackets. And so on like that. So let's just do that. I'm not going to add an explanation for this. I've got preview. So here I've got my diagram, and I've got number 1, this part is, and then I just have to write in there. So again, very easy to do this. You need to have the correct image, obviously, but it's very easy to create these questions. And here we've got photons categorized. This is a labeling type question. Okay, so that's all I want to do for the reading test today. There are many other ways you can create questions using those 4 main question types. Let's just have a look quickly at this again, what it looks like. Passage on one side, we've got a timer at the top, passage, all mobile responsive, clickable questions down here, and we've got our matching headings, our close exercise, fill in the gaps, summary completion. We've got a single choice answer, we've got a multiple choice checkbox answer, we've got true, false, not given, and opinion, and down here we've got a labeling diagram as well. That's it. So I hope you found that useful. I know this is a long video, but go in and have a play around with it. It's very simple to use, it's very quick to use, and you can get some great results for you and your students. That's it for today. I will see you in the next video.